Homes here in the gated community at the Country Club of Detroit in Grosse Pointe Farms. The organized burglary teams hitting here over the last weekend, and if a home backs up to trees or woods, it becomes a target. Thieves hiding there until they see their chance. Oakland County Sheriff Michael Bouchard first sounded the alarm in September after huge homes in Bloomfield Township were hit, then homes on private drives in Birmingham. The losses were in the millions.
In our area, they are targeting jewelry, precious metals, high-end items such as purses, electronics, currency, high-end watches, and if there's a safe that's not attached or they can either break into on scene or carry, they'll do that.
Now remember, a teen was arrested and charged in Bloomfield Township with a string of car break-ins and some burglaries. But tonight, sources continue to point to what the sheriff pointed to at the very start, that other organized teams out of South America have been hitting high-end homes out west and now have made their home right here.
Typically in our area, it's between 5 and 9 p.m. Preferred targets on a lot of these across the country are homes that are isolated. They back up to wooded areas, trails, golf courses.
Here's another thing that we're not hearing or seeing in these high-end burglaries. Look, there's no video of these guys. There's video cameras everywhere, especially on these homes, but they're able to get around that somehow. There are alarm systems all over these homes, in the homes, outside of the homes. They're getting around that too.
Did you hear where they said those folks were from? Yeah. South America?
Police are starting to notice a new trend. Recently, they have been busting groups that are stealing large quantities of merchandise, and they say the suspects are in the country illegally. The latest.
Oh. Suspects are in the country illegally. Interessante. Y'all remember when they told us that the border was secure? They told us that it was closed. There's nothing going on here at the border. And now all of a sudden, Joe Biden's blaming MAGA Republicans for the border being opened. You don't remember that? For the few that said you don't, here's a refresher on them telling us that the border was secure. Check it out.
The border is closed. The border is secure.
The border is secure.
The only reason the border is not secure is Donald Trump and his MAGA Republican friends.
Oh. Interesting. It's only when it becomes a major political issue in the election season when it's actually an issue, and now you blame it on Republicans. Got it.
America's migrant crime crisis spiraling out of control, and the White House is threatening to throw grease on the fire. The U.S. Marshals arresting 15-year-old Jesus Alejandro Rivas Figueroa. You're welcome. After he opened fire at police last night and shot a tourist in Times Square. The Venezuelan migrant and two others were confronted while shoplifting when Jesus pulled out his piece and started blasting willy-nilly. Now, Jesus may be young, but this isn't his first rodeo. He's wanted for two other gun-related charges here in New York, including armed robbery just last week. I'm sure.
Armed robbery, and he's still walking the streets, being allowed to commit even more crimes, even though he's here illegally. Imagine that. Great job, Democrats. Great job.
Jesus told whoever sent him to New York that he had no criminal record and would be on his best behavior. The wild shootout comes after a different group of migrants pummeled two NYPD officers and then fled to Arizona. These are the people Joe Biden's ushering into our country. Biden's just blasting a fire hose of migrants into America at a record clip. Look at this. This is the last 100 years of border crossers. As you can see, what Joe Biden has done to this country is unlike anything that's ever happened. It's an absolute explosion of illegal immigration that shows no signs of stopping unless he's defeated. But you haven't seen anything yet. If Biden doesn't get his sweetheart border deal pushed through Congress, the White House says they'll drop a migrant bomb on the whole country and cut ICE deportations even further. Watch.
Because congressional Republicans are choosing partisan politics over our national security and refusing to pass the bipartisan national security agreement that includes significant border reforms and funding over the coming weeks, ICE will be forced to reduce operations because of budget shortfalls.
Pass our bill or we'll let even more migrants into the country? That only sounds good to AOC. Now, while Jerry Nadler wants migrants to pick his crops, AOC wants them to take care of your grandparents.
We do not talk about the enormous blessing, economic blessing that immigrants and immigration represents to the United States of America. We currently do not have the economic or social structural capacity to take care of our seniors, and we will increasingly not have that if we, quote unquote, lock up our border and shut down immigration.
AOC wants illegal border crossers to be given full amnesty so they can spoon-feed Grandpa soup while he watches yours truly. She says illegal aliens are givers, not takers, and she's right, giving us the middle finger and debt. We don't have anything against immigrants. We have a problem with illegal immigrants.
Yeah, and illegal immigrants give us more crime, too.
There's only so much money to go around.
We've got poor, impoverished, starving people who were born and raised in this nation. How in the hell do we come up with a $53 million pilot program for illegals, but folks who are here legally are born here, we don't have enough for them? That's why Trump is on the verge of getting elected.
Stephen A. is America first, thanks to Biden. So who's Biden going to replace Stephen A. with? We found him.
Y si podría votar, ¿quién votaría?
Por supuesto que por Biden. Por supuesto que por...
Si tiene el privilegio para votar, ¿para quién se va a votar?
Don Biden, que nos está ayudando a nosotros aquí.
Yo creo que la mayoría Biden.
Biden. Él es el que nos está ayudando por Biden.
Biden.
Nick Shirley's been on the ground talking to these migrants as they come into the country, and he joins us now. So, Nick, do they understand they're not really legally allowed to vote?
I don't know. I think they're all pretty excited to be supporting Joe.
Do you have anybody that ever tells you, yay, Donald Trump?
Never.
Never. And you've talked to a lot of migrants?
Talked to hundreds of migrants, and they all love Sleepy Joe.
They all love Joe Biden. Do they ever say anything about Kamala?
I don't even think they know she exists.
Okay, neither do Americans. What is the weirdest thing that's ever happened to you? You've been traveling around with these migrants for quite some time.
The weirdest thing that happened, one time I let some ex-cartel members into the car to give us more insight about migrants, and they turned out to be ex-cartel members.
What'd they do?
They took us to where they smuggle in the migrants.
Wow. What'd they show you?
Exactly how they bring them through into America.
And how much does it cost to get into this country?
Each person's paying around $5,000 to $10,000 to get
$5,000 to $10,000.
Yeah.
So the cartels are just swimming in cash.
Yeah, they're making lots of money.
Okay, so the only wages that have increased are cartel wages. The American wages, they're down by inflation. Do you ever feel like sympathy for these migrants? Many of them are coming here, really horrible circumstances. None of them are really fleeing because they fear anything. They're here to work. How does that make you feel?
You know, a lot of the migrants, they are good people, and they come through with good intentions. However, if you let in 8 million people, and over the course of 3 years, a lot of bad people are going to come in as well.
Bad hombres, like the guy that's licking off shots right near our headquarters. You know, I'm not going to say I almost got shot. I'm going to sound like Joe Biden. But when I left the building the other day, they had police tape all outside. This is crazy.
Yeah, it's getting really bad, and there's no signs of it slowing down.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Tell them when they get to this country, watch Jesse Waters Primetime.
Will do.
Thank
you. Yeah, we can watch a little watch a little bit of Jesse Waters. Yeah, Jesse has been having some great shows recently, for sure, as you guys have noticed. We've had a lot of Jesse today. But rightfully so, right? The shows have been put together very, very well. Now, like I said, it's interesting that they've been lying to us and telling us, oh, the border's secure, the border's secure, the border's secure. And now that all of this crime is going rampant and their polls are dropping, oh, well, it's the MAGA Republicans' fault. Hey, and if you guys don't give us more money, we're going to start allowing even more people in. Okay, so be it. Go ahead. Okay, we get, you want to burn the building on the way out. You want to tear up the landlord's, residence or property on the way out because you're getting evicted. We get it. We get it. But, no problem. No problem. That's why landlords require, deposits and whatnot. Okay, we'll fix it back up and we'll get it back up and running. Okay, for the next person, which ain't gonna be y'all. It'll be someone like Vivek or somebody like that. All right, who's gonna keep it real nice, pay the bills on time. All right, treat it as if it's their own. Okay, so hey, that's all good. That is all good. And plus, we know that's a load of crap anyway. Joe Biden doesn't need any bills to close the border. Trump didn't need any bills, nor did Biden need Congress. Or I should say Congress to close the border. Trump didn't need Congress, and Biden didn't need Congress to get rid of Trump's border policy. So, how does that work again? Exactly. That is a load of crap. And I just smacked my mic. Sorry about that loud noise. That is a load of crap. Big load. But yeah, y'all let me know your thoughts, your opinions on this in the comment section below. Who are people blaming in your day-to-day life for this border crisis? Are they blaming Joe Biden, or are they buying the Democrats' lie and believing that it is Republicans' fault that the border is open? Let me know. Peace and love. I'm out.